Hi you guys, so today I wanted to pop in and share two brand new palettes with you. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen these already. These are the new Wet n Wild Color Icon Eyeshadow Trios. These are limited edition for spring. These came out just maybe about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and they are really, really cute. As far as I know, there's only 2 of them. There's the New Romantics, that's this one, and there's also 2 Indio Igogo. In case you don't get the reference on this one, Indio, California is where they hold Coachella every year out in the desert. So obviously spring music festivals goes together. So these are really, really, really hard to find. I found these in I believe a Walgreens that was out in the middle of nowhere. Like probably about 40 minutes from my house. Nobody shops there, really out in the middle of the country. We're talking the sticks. That's where I found these. So it's going to be hard to find them if you live in a highly populated area. If you live close to the country or a small town, that's the Walgreens or CVS or whatever drugstore you like that you want to go and check, because you're going to be more likely to find these. You're also going to be more likely to find the new Wet n Wild brushes, which I've only got about 4 of them, but I love them. They're so, so good. But their limited edition stuff is always so hard to find. So use your Apple Maps or wherever, find a Walgreens out in the middle of nowhere and go and check there to see if you can find these. So anyway, these are adorable. This is set up like other Color Icon trios, where it's set up, it comes with a little brush and a little sponge tip applicator, which I actually keep these on hand in case, as extras, in case I'm doing makeup on somebody else. I don't tend to use these myself. These are set up to be all-in-one, all over your eye kind of palettes. It's brow bone, crease, and eyelid. I never use any of the Color Icon eyeshadows that way. Mostly because, if you were to use all these colors together with no other shade on your eyelid, I tried on both of these, using them exactly as marked and using them differently. You know, using the eyelid one, the crease, whatever. It's a little much because these are very shimmery. Some have a little bit of glitter in them, and you want to pair them with another eyeshadow, because these alone are going to look a little crazy on your eyelids. So I would suggest either picking up one of the other Color Icon trios. Like, for example, one of the permanent collection is Sweet as Candy, and this one has a gray crease shade. Nice brown crease shade that you can use in there. Or what I did is I used my Lorac Pro Palette 2 with both of these, because it has a plum, it has a navy, it has a light brown, shades that you can use to blend in with these to make them much, much more wearable. So what's on my eyes right now, for example, is from the New Romantics palette. I have the brow bone shade on my brow bone and my inner crease. The crease shade is in my crease, but it's very, very blended out. And I used this eyelid shade underneath my lower lash line. And then from To Indio Igogo, I used the crease shade as well. That's also in my crease. Blended out a ton, and I used the eyelid shade as well. This eyelid shade is gorgeous. It's what I have on, and I love it. What I did is I actually used a dampening brush for that, just to help it go on much more pigmented. These are they're pigmented, but they go on very pastel. So if you want them deeper, use wet brush. And then I used the shades Light Brown and Buff to go over my crease to just deepen it up and soften it up a bit, so it wasn't so bam out there pastel, because the pastel was way too bright. And then on my outer corner, I went ahead and used navy and blended that out really well. And it made these shadows much, much more wearable. So they're definitely not standalone palettes. So they're definitely not standalone palettes unless you really want just pure light washes of pastel and nothing else. But I like a lot more depth in my eyeshadows. So I went ahead and mixed them with another palette, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I want to go through each of these one by one really quick to show you guys swatches, and B, just to point out what I think each color would be best for. First, we have the New Romantics. This brow bone shade is absolutely gorgeous. It's a very, very shimmery, satiny white. So if you're going to use this as a brow bone or an inner corner highlight, you want to be very, very light with your brush. The next shade is a very sparkly pink, and this is beautiful. I would suggest either using this straight on the lid or a little bit in your crease if you want more of a sparkly look, or just take on your fingers and dot it right in the middle of your eyeshadow to add more of a sheen and a pop. This would be especially pretty if you did a purple lid look with a dot of pink in the center. It would be very cute. And then I also have this bright, bright purple. I love how this looks under that lid. It's a little faded out on me right now, but especially if you were to wet this and use this on your lower lid, it looks very, very, very cute. And again, this could work all over the lid as well, but I would also use a deeper matte purple on the outside to blend it out, or even a creamier brown shade. All right, now we're looking at To Indio I Go-Go, and this has two very glittery shades and one kind of satin shade. This first shade is a very glittery, kind of hard to describe. It's like a very, very, very pale peach tone with a tiny bit of a golden, like champagne-y finish. It's like a mix between peach and champagne, and it's very, very, very glittery. So I would avoid using this on your brow bone. If you're doing a gold eye look, this would be a great accent for a gold eye look. This purple crease shade is a more of a satiny matte shade, and this is very, very versatile. You can use this as a transition shade underneath the eye as well. You can use this on the lid. It's very, very versatile. And this bright blue shade is definitely my favorite out of all the shades. If you apply it just with a dry brush, it goes on very soft and very pastel. So you can use it for a small little bit of blue, or again underneath the eye for a pop of color. Or you can wet your brush with either water or makeup setting mist or whatever you like to wet your brush with, and apply this with a flat eyeshadow brush. It goes in very, very thickly, almost has a metallic sheen to it when you put it on that way. It's the way I'm wearing it right now, and I absolutely love it. So this one's definitely my favorite shade. So I'm very pleased with both of these. They wear very, very well, and they're very, very well priced. They're the same price as the rest of the Color Icon trios, which I believe run between like $2 and $3. I can't remember exactly, sorry guys. It also depends on where you buy them. Very cute packaging. I love the white bright packaging. Now, the one downside to these is A, they are a more powdery formula, so you do get a little bit of fallout. And B, you can't use these as standalone palettes, which is kind of sad, but the colors they picked are so, so pretty that if you already have a neutrals palette, you can mix it with these and pretty much be good to go for the summer, because these are just beautiful, beautiful shades. And like I said before, they mix very well. If you have something like the Lorac Pro 2 palette, or even one of the Naked palettes, or for drugstore, if you have the L'Oreal palette Nude 1, they work beautifully with those soft browns and golds. Really, all you need is a brown and a black and some eyeliner, and you can really make these look very, very appropriate and wearable. Or you can go crazy straight pastel, which doesn't work for my skin tone, unfortunately. I look like a 10-year-old when I do just straight pastel on my eyes, but I love how it looks mixed with the darker browns and the blues and the blacks. So I hope that this review and swatching was helpful for you guys. I hope that seeing it on my eyes and that it can be used with other palettes helps you make a decision on whether or not these would be great for you. They're inexpensive little palettes. They're a great little investment to add to your makeup collection, especially if you want something different and bright for springtime. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or just want to say hi, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I am pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!